Welcome everyone to the British Grand Prix, the front row. It's U.K.Ball and Ultra Bro P1 and 2. Then we have Carl Sabato and Hux Finucci from Davy Sierra and Marcus Adelaide. Then we have Theo and Demerdetto from Your Boy and Spiker CB to round out the top 10. Followed by that we have Palomino and Nice Crumply from Tommy U and Ahmed Silla. And then we have Ravo and Chaos Andale. Then it's Livery and Ocampo from Daniel Bogdasarov and Nick Leon. Then we have Paul Supreme and Chris Cornwell, and then it's Victor Levi and Knock You at the back. U.K.Ball in all of his years has yet to win a British Grand Prix. Can he change that today and convert his pole to victory? As we go to 5 red lights, and we go racing in Silverstone here in 2025. And despite being on the medium tire, it's a good start for U.K.Ball. He will hold the lead for now. Eduardo up into 3rd place, could be looking to attack it for P2 here. Into turn 3, Ultra and Eduardo side by side, getting through the loop just fine. Ultra looking to attack for the lead here, instantly moving up into P1. He's now leading the British Grand Prix. Of course, Spanish Grand Prix last time out, he could have won that one, but he had a crash when trying to overtake Benedetto after his pit stop. And yeah, he's now back into the lead of a race once again this season, proving why him being signed to Ferrari was such a good deal. Hux Finucci in the Ford, looking to get up into 2nd place at the Copse corner, not quick enough. However, that Ford is a fast car, and we know that for a fact, as the Audi of Eduardo getting right behind the Ford. Can the Audi launch an attack possibly into the Stoke corner on the hanger straight? Here we go, launching attack already. It's a wide line for Finucci. It's not good for him. He drops down into 4th position. And Eduardo on the inside line, he's up into 2nd. It's been a great first lap for him as he climbs up the pack. U.K.Ball looking to the inside. Ooh, being right a little bit wide there. But it's the only thing you can do to avoid contact. Finucci now attacking to try and get up into 3rd. He's been slowed down a bit in the process, allowing Davy Sierra to move up into 4th as we head through Avian Farm. And it looks like he'll try to hold it on, but it's going to be difficult. Finucci's still there. And there we go, Davy Sierra now finally up into 4th. But what a start by Ultra, 1.5 seconds out in the lead of this race. Thus Theo dropping to the McLaren on the start. Bit of a shame for him, as Adelaide and Finucci now fighting for P5. Finucci's pace is falling off right now in this early stage in the Grand Prix. On board with the Williams driver right now, as he's going to be getting closer to Finucci on the straight though. And looks like the Ford has the slight edge, as the man one of those grippier soft tyres, looking to try and push himself ahead. Finucci, first Theo, right on the back of him though, not going to let him get away with this one easily. And the Williams might be up into 7th here if he could just get the speed done on the straight. He's out of battery here. De Benedetto also out of battery. But who's going to be ahead as we head through Stoke corner? De Benedetto, despite being attacked and on the outside line, he's managed to hold his position. Heading into the Vale chicane, is contact. Virtual safety car. Oh no, there's a red flag. There's been a big crash, and there's many cars involved in that one. Unsurprisingly, Finucci is stuck in the barrier and he can't even move. Looks like he might be able to stay in this race, but we'll see what happens. Red flag, session stopped. Not sure what lap we're going to restart on, if it's going to be lap 2 or 3. But here we go for the race restart. It's Theo, Adelaide and De Benedetto out of this race. Finucci was able to restart in 5th position. As we go to 5 red lights for the 2nd time, it's lap 2 of this race. We'll have to run this whole lap again. It's a great start for Ultra Bro and Eduardo as expected. Davy Sierra launching attack up into 3rd position. That's good to get them early places made up in this race. U.K.Ball on the inside of the line, narrowly avoiding contact between the 4 driver around the outside, heading through the loop, and that will be P3 for the Britain once again, as Sierra can't keep up with him on the straight right now. Ultra though once again flying away from the rest of the pack as Davy Sierra on the inside of the line, now through the outside, cannot get ahead of the British driver for too long. Spiker now up at the P5. Don't know where that came from. Now yeah, he could possibly launch an attack to claim his spot in the top 5. Finucci in P6, losing that place to Spiker on the start, could be losing a place to Your Boy in the Mercedes, who fights around the Maggots and Beckett's curves here. Nice Crumply and Palomino side by side, the Monaco Grand Prix winner versus Nice Crumply. And the Aston Martin heading down the hanger straight using slipstream from Your Boy will launch himself up into 8th position. but that's not going to last too long. Could Palomino launch an attack here into Vale? There's contact between the two. Palomino's way too wide there, weaving across the track and somehow avoiding contact with Revo, who came extremely close to him. And Nice Company will be getting away with that one, considering looks like Palomino was the one who tried to push him off there. Ultra, though, once again, just dominating the start of this race. UK Ball a little bit behind Eduardo. Dave Secchiara just trying to hold on to his position, but Spiker is going to fly by. The Apex GP now up into 4th position. This is looking great for them at the moment. Secchiara launching an attack around the inside, but it's going to be the outside for Luffield, and that's not going to do him any favours at all. He's using his battery here on the exit through Woodcote, and it's not going to do much. Spiker is ahead. And that is without a doubt, as now Nice Cripply and Fenucci getting close to each other. Your boy in 6th position will be hoping to hold on to that, but can he hold on to it? That is the question, as Secchiara and Spiker once again fighting it out. And looking onto the hangar straight. Active arrow open for David Secchiara, and it's not enough though. Your boy is alongside the Frenchman, launching an attack on the inside. He's up into 5th, now into that top 5 for the first time this race. David Secchiara can't attack there, as your boy goes very wide. That's going to put Secchiara back into this fight for P5. He's up there, and Ultra is at the fastest lap of this race, as we are now on to lap 4 out of 13 here at the British Grand Prix. Max Fenucci attacked by livery, the Opel driver looking to try and prove himself so he can keep his seat next season. Of course, both of the Opels are looking to stay next season. Only one can actually stay though, as Silla moves ahead of Daniel Bogdasarov. Nice move up at the P12, but he's still got quite a distance to go until he can reach his teammate, who's currently fighting with Hugs Fenucci. On the soft tyres though, this should be a breeze, but his tyres are also wearing out at the same time. UK Ball getting closer to Eduardo as his tyres wear out. Visible wear in Eduardo's tyres, not for UK Ball though. He's on the mediums, which have got a longer durability. Eduardo's clipping there at the end of the straight. That's going to give him more battery than the British driver for now. As we now head through Vale Chicane, and Ultra is looking to come into the pits there. That's why he's slowed down. That's going to hold up Eduardo. It's going to allow UK Ball to possibly get through. He's not found that window yet. And Ultra into the pit lane. Eduardo, your new race leader in the British Grand Prix. That promotes Spiker now up into the top 3. He's in a podium position now. This is looking great for his team swap here. Maybe maybe Ferrari might regret getting rid of them here. But I mean, at the end of the day, they have signed a triple world champion in Ultra. Brought him out of that retirement. Your boy's going to leave the pit lane in that Mercedes. And there we go. He leaves the pits. And there we go. He's quite a distance though behind Ultra Ball. So let's just see what he can do in the clean air. Will he be able to do well or not? Eduardo though, Curry's doing a great job of holding up the hyperdrive on those very worn tyres, putting his car in just the perfect place to stop UK Ball from getting through. However, he can possibly launch an attack here in towards Stowe Corner. He's out of battery. UK Ball out of battery as well. There's no way he's going to be able to get by there. Clipping, that's what Eduardo's doing. I imagine UK Ball may have also done some clipping as well. Yeah, I can imagine Carl Serrano is going to come to the pits anytime soon. Same thing with UK Ball as they head through Vale. They're very slow. UK Ball's trying to get through. There's contact there. Dave Secchiara's into the wall. So that's not Dave Secchiara. Now he's crumbling in the wall. But they're just standing still. What are they doing? They're standing still on the racetrack. That's slowing many drivers up. And Secchiara's in the pits. He's going to have to fix any damage that he may have. Same thing for Nice Cripply, who's now in P2. He's listed as the one at fault for that crash. Hugs Fenucci now needs to get up into 2nd. Looking down the inside of the Apex GP. Can't get ahead of him just yet. Looking at the outside of the loop, but the Apex GP just got his car in perfect position as Tommy Hughes got a penalty for colliding with Levi. That's the Audi and Toro Rosso coming together as it's just a massive pack of cars, and this is disastrous right now to Ultra Bro, for example, because if you look, he's being held up massively by these slower drivers. He just can't get through. It is the Great Wall of F1 right here. There's just no way you can break through this, and these drivers are not required to let you by. Your boy in all this has managed to close the gap right down 7 seconds behind Ultra Bro when he came out of the pits. He's now ahead of him after only a lap of driving. So yeah, this is pretty crazy as he's managed to break through. That's going to do him massive goods in this race. UK Ball heading through the Vale chicane, through Club Corner, enters the pit lane. Now can Fanucci finally get himself ahead of Crumpy? No, he can't. He's still struggling on that end. Eduardo in P4 though, on fresh tyres, is currently in a great place right now to take the lead of the British Grand Prix. UK Ball's coming to the end of the pit lane, but it doesn't matter. Eduardo's already out in front, and he's leading. I do not know where this came from at all. We were focusing too much, I guess, on your boy and Ultra Bro, who may pass Spike. I know they haven't. Spike is ahead as well. Oh, and there's a retirement there. It is, Livery and an OQ both coming together after the first corner. The pair of them are now out of this race. I don't know how that's happened. But it's a virtual safety car is going to benefit anyone who's in the pits. Tommy Yu is going to get a slightly cheaper stop. However, he is miles away from the rest of the pack as well. So that's not great. Yeah, we're on lap 7 right now, heading through Copse Corner with our race leader, Carlos Eduardo. UK Ball's in second. Spiker looking to get a podium here today. Davey Sekiera could also get into the podium places. However, he's got a pretty big job to do here. And yep, we go green again. And Ultra has got himself right onto the back of your boy. Two great drivers. One's one of the goats of the sport, and the other one is a race winner. Can Ultra launch himself ahead of your boy? He can do probably with the right strategy, coming through Stoke Corner into the Vale chicane. He's going to go down the inside. He's looking to try to put the Merc under pressure. It's not worked out. Your boy stays in his place, not falling for the tricks of Ultra, which has probably just cost him a little bit of time. Spike though has got all the pressure in the world here. The reigning world champion currently trying to hold on to P3. It's going to be a big task when you got a Mercedes and a Ferrari behind you. Most certainly. As we're on board with the Ferrari, who's trying to get close to your boy. It's a 5-second time penalty for Chaos Andale for causing a collision with someone else. I just forgot who that was. Yeah, it's a penalty anyways for the Red Bull driver. Not good at all for him. Also, just still staying that same sort of gap behind your boy. Can't launch an attack yet. Having to lift off a little bit there. That's obviously going to harm him a little bit. If he just committed, maybe he could have gotten himself up into 4th. Oh, there's a puncture! UK Ball has got a puncture on the rear right tyre. And his bad luck this season continues, as this is most certainly going to ruin his chances of any sort of success here at the British Grand Prix. There's contact! He's out of the race there. We saw that in the cockpit camera. And it's the hyperdrives that have come together as Remo completes a 360 spin. A virtual safety car and hyperdrive get their worst possible result here in their home Grand Prix. Both of their drivers out of the race, coming together. Your boy into the pit lane, Ultra into the pit lane as well. That's probably a great choice to do, considering these hard tyres are going to be very worn out at the end of the race. And Ultra can't jump your boy in the pit lane. It will be your boy who will stay ahead in this battle, but they need to come out ahead of these drivers here. Your boy is out ahead of Fanucci. Crucially, Ultra unfortunately is behind Baldassar and Fanucci. But can your boy hold on to P5 here on the race restart? He's looking to hold on to it, and he will hold on to it. That extra grip on his tyres will be helping him out massively, as he can now charge down Palomino and Davey Sekiera. He just needs to hope that they come into the pit lane. That's the gamble they're taking. Ultra now up into P6. Meanwhile, Fanucci and Baldassar continue a battle for P7. On board with the Ford, alongside the Merc, who gets a tighter line, obviously. That's going to hold his position for longer. They're on the same lap, old tyres, and they are both hard as well, so they are equal. All that matters now is their driver skill and their car performance. Fanucci and Baldassar seem pretty equal right now, and Baldassar will move up into P7 with that move. Lap 10 we begin. Carlos Eduardo looking certain to win this race. He's launched himself into title contention easily with this. Dave Sekiera in the podium places. Your boy will be catching the Palomino and Dave Sekiera, but now Ultra is right at the back of him. McCree and Finucci have come together at Vale. Well, that's an unexpected one, to say the least. They're both out of this race. There they are. Ravo taking this opportunity to come into the pit lane to get rid of his hard tyres, which are getting old now. And it's mediums on for the Ferrari driver. I mean, softs are a possible option, but I guess if you're going to do 4 laps on a tyre, mediums probably the safest option to go for. And he's ahead of Tommy Yu, which is good for him. That's 1 lap half of the clear. As we go racing once again. I know it was pretty early for me to say that, but you're racing again here at the British Grand Prix. Your boy's catching Palomino by quite a bit per lap. Ultra though seems to be quicker than your boy at this stage in the race. He's managed to catch back up to him after clearing those slower cars, as the Ferrari is clipping through Magnus and Beckett, just losing quite a bit of time here. But Palomino, I don't think he's going to be able to hold on for too long. It's not going to be long until he gets overtaken as the Opel of Silla moves round the outside of Nick Leon, and that is him up into P8. And Wano though into the pit lane. He needs to come out ahead of these two, your boy and Ultra Bro, if he wants to win this race. Spiker now in P1. Now he's gonna get to like the end of the lap. Palomino and Sekiro are into the pits. Your boy coming through turn 1 and Ultra Bro, they are both ahead of Carlos Eduardo, who's now out on fresh soft tyres. But the question is, will Spiker stay out to the end? And if so, can he hold on to P1 and win the British Grand Prix? We are looking for an exciting end here to this race, and I think we're going to get one. We have 15 cars left in the running in this race, and Niles Trumply coming through the final corner, miles behind the rest of the pack. Something bad must have happened to him in this race. Maybe it was stuff to do with the contact he made earlier on. But anyways, Ultra and your boy once again close to each other. They're just not close enough to have a proper battle just yet. We're going to be entering the last 2 laps, and Spiker's going to come through Stowe. Your boy just entering the Hanger Straight. There's pretty much just a Hanger Straight distance between them. Ultra looking to launch an attack around the outside. It'll be very good if he can make it work, but it's a wider line. It's not going to work for him unless he moves to the inside. He went for it. Props him for that one, but it didn't work out. And Wano now on the back of them. And he's going to make easy work of the Ferrari driver. He's up into 3rd. And your boy will have a lot of pressure now. Spiker too, as he's just going to stay out to the end by the looks of things. It's just, can Wano catch him? Because someone's going to catch him. It's going to be Carlos Wano. Your boy is not going to be able to do it. The Audi getting closer and closer down the outside. It's not going to work as Sekiro and Adelaide have come together there, parked up on opposite sides of the track. No clue that's happened, but it's going to neutralise the race. It's going to help Spiker out here. With only 1.5 laps to go, this is his race to lose now. He's losing so much time per lap, but it shouldn't be enough for him to lose the win. Apex GP could be looking at a race victory. A whole Grand Prix victory for them would be incredible. I mean, yeah, they've got 1 driver in last, 1 driver in first, but the driver in first is all that matters to the team at the moment. And here comes Carlos Eduardo through Maggots and Beckett down. And he's going to have to launch another attack on your boy. It's going to be attack after attack until he can get it done. And he's going to get it done early. He's up in 2nd. And now this is where the pressure will possibly cause Spiker to fold. He's going to enter the last lap as race leader. But can he finish it as race leader? And oh no! The 2 rivals battling it out this race have collided. Your boy Ultra coming together, and Ultra is out of this race. Your boy's somehow keeping it on the road. And Bogdassarov now sniffing at a podium. Merck are now 3-4. Somehow your boy managed to hold on to be 3 and all that. But this may just save Spiker from what looked to be an inevitable pass for Eduardo. It needs to be a good restart though for the Apex GP, or else he can say goodbye to his chances of winning this race. His virtual safety car is ending. As we go racing once again, and the restart for Eduardo was not good. And APX GP might want to celebrate now, but you can't celebrate too early when worn tyres in this league really hurt your pace by multiple seconds per lap. As we head through brackets and brackets, we're just going to see time constantly gained by the Audi. There we go, 3 tenths there. Another 10th just there. But it's not going to be enough now. APX GP are looking at this victory. It's only a couple of corners away now. And Spiker is looking to add on to his win tally. He's already won multiple races in his career before. He can add another one today. Spiker wins the British Grand Prix for APX GP. Carlson Wano will come out for second place. Your boy looks like he might just hold on to the podium. The Mercs are close at the end. Your boy will hold on despite the damage. It's a 3-4 for Mercedes. They will be happy with that one. Nick Leon in P5. From Silla and Ravo, who crossed the line in 7th. Palomino in 8th. Levi in Toro Rosso will get into the top 10. That's an incredible 9th place finish for him. Ocampo rounded out the top 10 from Tommy Yu. And Ice Crumbly will come out for last place. But I don't think APX GP are going to care about that too much, because they have just won the British Grand Prix. And I don't think they could be happier than that. A home race win, it's lovely. Well, what a chaotic race we had right there. Spiker winning on that strategy that he had. Technically a 2-stop, but in terms of what he done in the pit lane, only a 1-stop. It was an incredible performance by the Mexican driver, the reigning world champion, showing that he's not just a car merchant, because he's just brought that car home to victory. Eduardo possibly lost that race because of the virtual safety car and that last lap. Honestly though, fair performance by him. He's going to extend his championship lead, and that's definitely a great race for him there. The Audi just pushing himself further ahead in the championship. Your boy, despite the contact with Ultra and the damage sustained, he held up on that last lap. He will get that well-deserved podium. However, who knows how it could have ended if Ultra just didn't have a collision with him. With that though, let's listen to the Mexican national anthem. One incredible 7th round of the season that was, with Spiker had won, your boy being your podium, Bogstar getting a very good P4 for the team, Nick Leon in P5, Silla getting an average P6, P7 for Ravo and Palomino in 8th, Victor Levi in 9th from Ocampo, who rounds out the top 10, Tommy Yu 9th, probably last of the finishers. They will score a few points to add on to their championship total. Ultra, Andalesa, Chiara, McCream, Finucci, Cornwell, UK Ball, Livery, U, De Benedetto, Adelaide vs Theo, all retiring from the race as a result of many different collisions that happened throughout. Well, what an incredible British Grand Prix we had. That's the 7th round of the season. There's only 11 races to go now. We'll see you next time in round 8 when APX F1 returns.